So poppies have a very distinct shape with a black centre, and the leaves sort of layer outwards. I'm going to try and do just a bit like of a quick sketch here, just get an idea. Because basically what I'm going to be doing is DIYing this with a bit of cardboard, a bit of paper, some paint and things, and essentially layering it up, building it myself and actually sticking it together. All of it, hopefully I can hang it on something, or hopefully it'll have like a frame on the back so I can stand it up. But yeah, this is just kind of like the base idea of what I kind of want to do. I'm just going to add a couple more notes and I'll catch you back in a minute. Now what I have seen is also a lot of the petals on the poppies that people have, they have these sort of indents. I will try to make them probably with darker paints or possibly even actually engraving some things onto it. So hopefully you can kind of see what I'm going for here. And I've actually had this idea. I'm going to create slots so that the layers can like push into each other. And another thing is this center is going to be removable because there's another center that I need to make, which represents another part of November, the 20th, which I recently found out about, which I'm going to take up because it's quite important and I feel like it needs to be seen. So if we could take a quick step here and there, I have actually found a couple spots where I may want to set this thing up. So it could be facing out the window or sitting on the windowsill, which is where I usually have sort of the things that define the month. So that's where I have the Pride thing for June or July, I can't remember. It could go up there, but the sign is there as you can see. And then I've also got the wall on my left. Here is just whether I'll get shouted at for trying to put something on the wall. But most likely it's going to go on the windowsill. That's kind of like the main place that I put stuff. Right, so I've got all my resources here. I just need to basically sketch some things out on top of them, cut them out, paint them, and get it all stuck together. Really easy process, and hopefully a really cool outcome. Okay, so I'm just getting started off on making the two centres. Basically what I'm going to do is grab one with a pencil with this tracing, cut it out, and then put that on top of another piece of cardboard of about the same size, and then go ahead, trace around that and cut it out just like so. Right, that is one end of this done, so now we can go ahead and move on to the next one. Now what I've just remembered I have is super duper useful because it doesn't mean I have to use a bunch of black ink or paint. I have black paper laying around from an old project, and I'm basically going to trace around this circle, cut it out, and stick it on top. And with a snap of my fingers, it's cut out. Now the tool is to be done is to stick this just onto here like this. Same again. And once more. For this one, however, I am adding colour. And there you have it, that's the two done. You can see what the other one is now, and you may be wondering why. I'll explain a bit later. Right, so what I'm going to do is, because Poppy's traditional paper ones, they only have one layer, I've got this smaller piece of cardboard that I'm going to paint and obviously cut out for the smaller petal, and then we've got these slightly bigger ones here, if I just show you, for the larger petals. And basically what I'm going to do is stack them on top of each other, but leave a little bit of space at the top here so that we have a bit of a gap, and then I can cut them out, trace them round like that, and that way it creates a bit of layering, so you do have a bit of a depth effect. And then I've just got to layer them on top of each other the right way, and hopefully it looks okay. I've got the two fillings in the middle there though. They look pretty cool, and that's actually set pretty well. It's set quite matte, which means like, well, very opaque, I guess you could say. And I've actually stuck the black bit down now, so that is actually on there. As you can see, the paper's not falling off. So yeah, that's pretty good. just gonna go ahead and do a couple sketches, I guess. 1 down, 3 to go. That's 2 done, only 2 more. So we got our pieces. Sorry for the camera blur, I don't know why I did that. Basically, smaller ones, bigger ones. We've got a big small one, a small one, a small big one, and a big one. So basically that goes on there. That's one side. We can actually move that up a bit, and then this goes on here. That's the other side. Basically, just need to slot that onto there. Move everything around a bit, like that. Move that up a bit, and I'm basically going to stick that onto there, and sew it on the bottom. So this all is like one thing that can fold as well, just for portability. And then we're basically just going to take that and shove it on there. Now, this isn't exactly centered, but it's just how it's going to work. Imagine that with a red background, and then obviously you're going to be able to take this off with a bit of glue tack or sticky tape. And then go ahead and chuck this one on as well. So that's basically the design done. I just need to get it painted, and then we're done. Yes, that is a shell, and this is my paintbrush. I've actually got a couple that I picked up on holiday this year, so they're quite useful. So they're all there sat drying. They should be ready tomorrow morning, and then I can assemble this tomorrow morning as well. I'm actually going to sew this together the same way I did with the mask. Actually, don't know about that. But basically, I've got a string and a skewer. I'm just going to poke holes. So the bits that are going to get sewn together are these bits here. Layering, obviously, taped, because otherwise it's not going to work. The sewing bit is going to be essentially just to stick the bottom half to the top half. And then going to have some sort of removable mechanism for the centres or the fillers, I guess you could say. I've also got something there that I'm going to add to it. You can probably guess what it is by the colour of the paint. So I've tried to get a fairly even mix of both greens. We've got a bit of a midnight green or a forest green, as well as a more grass green or like a lime green colour. I've got my shell, I've got my water. We're going to get painting. All done. Just need to construct it. It's the final day. I've got to do it. So let's get on it. Just gotta basically stick them. They are in their layered patterns basically. Gotta stick them together and then make it interchangeable so you could put one or the other on. Stick the leaf on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And should see the final products quite soon. Also, there was something else, but I'll mention that in a bit. And now for the full assembly. It's all done. Well, technically. I just need to find a way to stick this down and remove it. This has all been done with tape. Couldn't find any glue. It's a bit flimsy, but it does fold up actually, so it is good for portability. Also, we made this one for the 20th because it's Remembrance Day then. Please be aware of that, and also please do be respectful as well. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you later. And the one other thing is on the channel now, so you can go check out.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place in the sky. The larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, from you, from failing hands we throw the torch to be yours, hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep through poppies grow in Flanders fields.